Hey guys, it's me, Saidkamol, and I'm here with a new video. In this video, we are going to learn the C++ basics and do some basic programming. In the last video, I told you to learn the basics of C++ from this website, w3schools.com. Do not worry if you didn't, because we are going to cover some of these topics in this video. Let's start the video by making a new file. Go to File, New, Empty File. Now save it as my first program.cpp. Do not forget to end it with cpp, otherwise the program will think it is C file. But we are learning C++. Now let's write some basic code. We will start with include Iostream. Once again, if it's not comfortable for you, click Ctrl and scroll to make it more visible. Okay, it is a header file library that lets us work with input and output objects. Now it's time for using namespace std. It means we can use names for our objects and variables. These two will play an important role in C++ code, but understanding is not important. So do not worry if you don't understand any of these sentences or statements. The empty lines will be ignored by C++ or the program. The next thing that we write always in our code is integer main with curly brackets. They should be open. It is called a function. Any code inside these curly brackets will be executed. Now it's time for the output. It is an object called cout and written as count or south, I don't know. And it is used with insertion operator. Now, at the end of every C++ statement or code, we will put semicolon. Now this looks like a bit weird, so we're gonna give it a life. To write a text, we should put two quotation marks, and inside it we can write whatever we want. We will start by hello world. Now it's time to end the main function with return 0. Do not forget to end every statement or line with semicolon. To run the code, we will go to build and run. It's working. If you want to write more things, you can add more print objects, just like this. They will be same thing again. How are you? Don't forget the semicolon. But if we build this, they are going to be in the same line. To prevent that from happening, we can use the n with this, I don't know what character it is. We can use this to prevent this from happening, as you can see here. Or we can use this with another insertion operator, we can do end line actually. If we run this code, they will be in two separate lines. You might want to write some comments on what the code does, and you can use single line and multi-line comments. To use single line comment, you will write double slashes. You can write anything you want, like this line will output hello world, and and makes a new line. And the multi-line comments are like this: slash star star slash. In the feature of multi-line comments, like, you can do this. You can write anything here. Always remember that everything between these two lines and after this line will be ignored by the program. Now it is time to learn the variables. They are containers for storing data values. There are different types of variables. An int stores whole numbers without the decimals. They can be 12 or minus 12. Now it's time for the double. A double stores floating point numbers with decimals. They can be 12.99 or minus 12.99. A car, I don't know, stores a single character. They can be A or capital B. A car or a char is surrounded by single quote, A string, it stores text. It can be hello world. And it should be surrounded by double quotes. That's it. Last but not least, we have bool. Bool stores only two states, true or false. It checks if this statement is true or false.
To create a variable, we will specify the type, in this case integer. Give it a name, my number, and assign a value. Now we can assign a value in two ways. The first way is to give it a value when it's created. 15. It's created and we are giving it a value. The second way is to give it afterwards. My number, and my number is equal to 15. Remember, if you assign a new value to existing one, it will overwrite the value. So it was 15, now it's 16. To add two variables together, we will use a third variable. 2 is equal to 50. Okay, 20. Integer sum is equal to my number plus my number 2. Let's run the code. Build and run. Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. Cout sum. Now let's run the code. It's working perfectly fine. To create more variables in one line, we can use comma. Integer a is equal to 5 integer b is equal to 6 and integer c is equal to 7. In case you want to add constants to your code like pi, you can use constant double pi is equal to 3.14. To get the input from the user, we will use sin. We will use it with extraction operator. So sin a. We have to make a new variable a. Let's write cout a. A is equal to 15. The output is 15. Let's make a simple calculator. Start by creating the variables. Integer a, b, and sum. Now it's time for a user input. Cn a, Cn b. Now the calculations of sum is equal to a plus b, and the output cout the sum. So if we run the code, the given is 12, 13, the answer is 25. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have learned something new, don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss the new videos. If you have any problems or you did not understand something, just write in the comment section. Peace, love, bye.